Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nikita, and today you guys can see I am by myself. The reason being is because I'm going to be making a video a little different from what we usually have on our channel. This video is strictly about plastic surgery. So your girl recently got some work done, and I thought it would be a really good idea to make a video of my experience, what I went through, my whole journey of getting surgery. While I was looking online for information, there was a lot of things that I actually could not find, and there were a lot of things that I wish I knew before actually going into surgery. So I feel like this video is for you girls that are, you know, like me, on YouTube every day searching for little videos and things to know about surgery. I'm here to cover everything there for you guys. So without further ado, I'm about to get into the details. So number one, I'm going to talk to you guys about before surgery. So before surgery, some things that I feel are very important to know is as soon as you know you're getting surgery, let's go back a little bit more. When you get surgery, make sure when you know the doctor you're going to, deposit. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. So I paid my deposit, and the rest of my surgery I paid in cash. You will hear kind of mixed reviews on girls saying if they prefer to pay in cash or on their credit cards. I personally heard too many horror stories of girls paying everything off right away, and then the doctors and the clinics trying to do like sneaky things like switch their doctors. Or I preferred to just pay cash. If I lose $300 deposit, I would have preferred that over actually paying everything and then losing it. But if you do feel like using your credit card is best, you want to dispute charges, it's that little security blanket, by all means do it that way as well. So after you place your deposit, get onto your vitamins right away. So I jumped right into taking vitamins. 3 main vitamins I took was vitamin C, iron, and folic acid. I'll show you the ones that I used. So my vitamin C, I used 1000 mg. And everything that I used, still continue to use them until after surgery. Don't just stop. Keep taking your vitamins. Iron and folic acid. So those are the 3 main vitamins I took. I also, which I'm going to go into in more details later, I also took Floridix because I was really afraid of my hemoglobin, my iron levels to be not being high enough, because I know I go through extremely bad periods and I feel like I'm slightly anemic because of all of that, if that makes sense. So I definitely took Floridix, the liquid iron, on top of taking all 3 of my vitamins as soon as I found out that I was going for surgery. Also, on top of vitamins, you want to make sure you're exercising. Going into like the last month and a half of before surgery, I literally went on a walk every single day, or a run, 30 minutes minimum. Like, I made sure that my heart was in good condition and my body was in good condition, because you want to be close to your ideal weight before going into surgery, as well as if your doctor has provided you a weight that they want you to be for your BMI. Maybe they told you to gain weight or to lose weight, that you're following those steps, because girl, they will cancel you if you are not meeting the requirements. So meet the requirements and don't waste your time. They are going to weigh you at pre-op, and if you're not at the weight that you're supposed to be, you are getting canceled. I've heard on Facebook groups many girls going to pre-op and getting canceled. The other thing I started doing before surgery, I started doing this like 2 weeks before surgery. I started drinking my pineapple juice. Usually they recommend drinking pineapple juice after surgery, and a lot of it, because it's really good for healing after surgery. I think it helps with swelling, inflammation, etc. So I definitely started trying to take it earlier so that my body would start, you know, better to start getting it into the body early before the trauma. So that's what I definitely did. Next, blood work. So I'm from Canada. my surgery was in Miami. So when it came to blood work, I had definitely had a lot of running around. I recommend highly recommend. I recommend getting your going to your surgery place at least 2 days before going for surgery. Day one of me going, I went the day before pre-op because I had a feeling this was going to happen, especially they were giving me a little bit of runarounds with my blood work. I spent all day driving around Miami, and Miami traffic is not pretty getting blood work done. So if you can go earlier, I recommend it. They were basically saying that my glucose and my PT was not, they didn't have that information when it was on my work, my blood work paper sheets, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming also that because I'm Canadian, some of the blood work and the things look differently. So, or it wasn't as in detailed. I don't know exactly what it is, but make sure you go early so that you can get those things done. 305 Plastic Surgery is basically who I went with. So they had blood work covered in the cost of my surgery. So just check with your doctors to see if that's covered in case you have to get that done while you're down there. But I still do recommend not just relying on the blood work at your clinic, but to do your blood work as they recommend 15 to 30 days before. You don't want to go down there expecting that you actually are going to go for surgery and then your blood work is terrible and you wasted your time going down there and can't get surgery. So still do your blood work ahead of time just in case. Have extra money. So personally, my surgery, I got a great deal with my surgery. I only paid $2,800 US for my actual procedure and everything. Everything still brought me up to about $5,000. At least that's 5,000 Canadian dollars. I pretty much spent after everything. So I do say, if you're going for surgery, whatever your surgery price is, make sure you have like extra $2,000 because there's a lot of things that come into place. Transportation, unless you're staying at a recovery house, which I stayed with my grandma that lived in Fort Lauderdale. Transportation, taking Ubers, renting cars, whatever you need to do, food, all those little things, they come up and they add up. Also, massages. Make sure you plan or you book with a massage person ahead of time. Don't wait last minute because they are booked and busy, especially in the summertime. They are booked and busy. So be sure that you're getting your massages all booked before, like 2-3 weeks, a month before your surgery. Also, as when we were talking about massages, my surgery basically was on a Friday. My post-op wasn't until Monday. So my doctor pretty much you're not supposed to take off your faja until after post-op because they want to make sure that everything is fine. Girl, if you have a space, like a long period, your post-op is supposed to be the day after surgery. If you have a long period of time between it, get your massage the next day. Please just get your massage the next day. There's so much fluid that is literally inside of you. I was scared to do my massages and take off my faja before actually seeing my doctor, seeing the nurse, but I'm so happy I did. Literally by day 2 of my massages, my holes already started healing up. He literally had to use a Q-tip, my massage guy, and reopen my stitches, my incisions, so that he can actually get all the fluid out. If I waited from Friday till Monday, my holes would have been pretty healed up and I would have had a lot of extra excess fluid stuck inside of me. And that's like wasting your money because you need massages. It's like lipo massage. I don't know if I told you in the beginning that I only got Lipo360 and did not get a BBL, but if I didn't, it's probably in the title. get your massages, and don't be cheap. Don't do it. Don't be cheap. Okay? Get your massages. Get 10 massages at least. You need at least 10 massages. I was in Florida for not too long, so I only got 6. But now that I'm back, I'm definitely going to continue to use my massages. And tip for my Canadians, I don't know if this goes for anyone else, but if you are working and you have benefits at work and you have massages covered, definitely find a post-op lymphatic massager that uses benefits, because I'm literally getting my massages pretty much for free, and I can get a lot of massages depending on of course your company, who you work with, and how much they give you. I work with a pretty good company, so I'm getting a lot of money in massages. So that's another little tip for you guys, just in case. Before I show you guys my supplies, 2 other things I did want to bring up is your period. So I was really unlucky. First of all, my period alone is just like the worst thing ever. Like, I have the worst periods. I go to the hospital, I throw up, I'm done. Like, it's done. When I periods, I'm done. Don't ask me to work. I'm out of work. My manager knows it's that time. Nikkida, don't worry. Just go lay down. You're good. Like, it's that bad. So basically, a lot of girls said their periods didn't come for 2-3 months after surgery. Not me. My period came right after, like, the 2nd week into surgery. My 7 days post-op, my period started. Please plan your, I don't have a very what's the word, my periods are very spontaneous. Like, I can't actually be like, yeah, my period's gonna be on this day. But if you have regular periods, plan your surgery around your period, because being in cramps, having cramps, and the pain and throwing up after lipo, and being in lipo pain or soreness already, the two do not mix. It's just a disaster. So be sure that you plan your surgery around your period, especially if you have bad periods like me. Also, doing the nasty. Girls, be careful. Be careful, okay? Folic acid is a baby-making medication. It's a baby-making pill or vitamin, okay? I've had so many girls since joining the group, my Facebook group that I was in. I've had at least more. I've seen like at least 5 girls say like, yeah, I've seen at least 5 girls be like, yeah, so went to do my blood work today and found out that I was pregnant. Was ready at post-op or pre-op and found out I was pregnant. Be careful. You will be very fertile. These vitamins, and you're taking more vitamins than you probably ever taken in your life. Don't lie. No, you guys don't be taking your vitamins, because I know I wasn't taking my vitamins. So you become very fertile. Be careful, because the worst thing you can think of is saying you're about to go for surgery in a month and then finding out that nope, hunty, 9 months you won't be pregnant for. So just a warning, just a big heads up. Last thing I'm going to talk about before I show you guys the supplies is COVID. So we are going through a panoramic right now, okay? So be sure that you plan, and with COVID, there are going to be a lot of unexpected things going on, especially, I don't know if a lot of my Canadian girls are watching, but Canadians, we are getting it bad. Trudeau, Doug Ford, they don't want us to live. They don't want us to be great. So be sure that you are planning around it. Tests, I had to be sure that I took a test before I went to the States so that I can get on my flight. Little tip, don't go to your pharmacy and tell them that you're, at least in Canada, that you're traveling and that's why you need a COVID test. They're going to charge you $100+ to do that. Let them know that you have your grandmother in the nursing home and you really need to visit her. And to go visit her, you need to take a COVID test that comes back negative, and they will do it for free. Take a little tip from me, hint hint, my mom works in a nursing home, so she gave me the little sprinkle. So that's the first step, save you some money. But coming back, doing COVID tests in the States is free if you have like a US driver's license. Like you have to have a Floridian driver's license to do that, or social security number is what you guys call it. Yeah, social security number to get your COVID test done. If not, they're in charge of your arm and a leg. So I literally had to go to the airport, was the cheapest place that I was able to find a PCR COVID test, and that was $99 at the airport. So keep that in mind when it comes to COVID. Plan for taking COVID tests, as well as, again, I don't know if this is just for my Canadian babes, but be careful when it comes to your flights, because personally, I was planning to take the border across because no one's trying to stay in a hotel for 14 days. So going across the border, they basically turned me back. They said that my medical procedure is not essential, even though when you call them and you ask them if surgery is essential, they say yes, even if it's cosmetic. So it depends on who you get, honestly, but they turned me back. So I lost $130 right there on just going to the States. I literally had to go buy a second ticket, fly through Pearson. Last thing I'm going to do is go through my supply list of all the things that I need. If there's something that I was missing, anything that you guys want to know, feel free to comment it down below, because again, I will go over anything, as well as if there's a lot of questions, I probably will do a Q&A. So yeah, supply list is what I'm gonna go over now. All right, guys, so supply lists. A lot of the little tiny things I literally just got at the dollar store. Girls, do things on a budget. Don't overspend what you don't need. So baby wipes. Baby wipes, honestly, very, 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 very helpful. Keeps you clean, keeps you wet. They tell you to get baby wipes and feminine wipes. I didn't have time for that. I just grabbed some baby wipes, and that is what I used. Antibacterial soap. I used that antibacterial soap. I literally just got it in Walmart when I was in Florida. It was like $1.97 for 2 bars of antibacterial soap. They're gonna ask you to shower with antibacterial soap 2 days, the day before surgery and the morning of surgery, depending on what time your surgery is, as well as they do recommend that it's a good idea to use antibacterial soap the first week after surgery, because you have incisions, you want to make sure they're clean, that you're not getting them exposed to vicious bacteria. Tylenol extra strength. They say Tylenol extra strength PM as well. I just grabbed Tylenol extra strength. My doctor already prescribed me sleeping pills, which I literally didn't take. I'm too afraid of taking those things. I don't like taking medication. If you want, I think melatonin or melatonin gummies are fine. If you smoke, if marijuana is your thing, people be using, CBD oils or drops or whatever you want to call it to sleep at night. I do recommend taking something to sleep at night. It's not comfortable sleeping the first couple of days. You are really sore. Your abs hurt. You are literally unable to roll around, toss and turn. It literally hurts, especially sleeping with foams and everything else. If you sleep with your ab ward or not, you may want to use something may want to take something to sleep with. Next thing I got was Arnica Gel, which it's like this. Lots of bruising, lots of swelling after surgery. So I literally, and bumps. I don't know if I'm tripping, but basically I do office works at work, and I sit and I feel like my board left a print in my stomach and kind of caused a little bit of bumps, like lumps at the top of my waist. And I literally massaged some Arnica Gel in it for like 2 days and wore my faja and everything, and it went away. As well as my bruising, I've got huge bruises on my hips and my boob. the ones on my boob is pretty much gone, and the ones on my hips have gone down tremendously. And I really do believe that Arnica Gel, Arnica, whatever you want to call it, definitely helped towards that. Laxative, I don't have it with me, but I definitely bought those little powdered, what is it called? The little laxative powders, stool softener, whatever. Definitely gonna need it after surgery. I am, TMI, I'm a frequent pooper, okay? I can poop like 2 times a day with no problem, okay? But after surgery, I definitely didn't poop for like the first 4 days. And I was told that after 2 days, you should be alarmed. But my massage guy was like, girl, don't be alarmed. Like, a lot of girls don't poo right away. So definitely get laxative, because you are probably going to need it, even if you feel like you won't. Compression socks, talk to your doctor. I don't think they do recommend getting it. I don't think it's necessary. Your doctor's going to put you in compression socks during surgery or as soon as you're done surgery. I don't know if they put it, no, during surgery. They actually had me put it on inside the day of surgery. So they're going to give that to you. You really don't need to buy it. Gauze pads, they recommend as well. Didn't find any need on getting it. If you do really feel like you need it, just get some at the dollar store. You're probably going to need a small amount. Pads work, like literally, period, maxi pads, posy pads, whatever you want to call them, work way better, and they give you more compression. So I would rather I'd rather say get posy pads instead of gauze pads. Medical tape also I did not find necessary to get. Slippers, you do want to have slippers going through surgery. You don't need to waste your time buying no little fancy little slippers. Honestly, my little Nike slide-ons did me perfectly fine coming out of surgery. You're definitely going to need a robe. You're going to want a robe actually to bring the day of surgery. You're going to be cold. You're going to be shaking. You're going to be shivering. It is just nice to just be able to have a robe on top of you, as well as a loose dress. You want to go into surgery with a loose dress on, something that's easy to just pull up and pull on over you, because yeah, you're not gonna want to be putting on anything tight, trying to put on pants after surgery. Throw something over your head and be out of that place. Smooth tank tops. I bought a bunch of little smooth tank tops to wear underneath my faja, because you are going to they do your faja definitely does, and boards and everything definitely do leave marks on your skin. Wearing my shirt underneath definitely saved me from a lot of little creases and crevices growing on my skin. So definitely get some of those, and you are wanting to use seamless tank tops or wearing your shirt inside out. I'm gonna look crazy right now, but I'm literally wearing a t-shirt, like a little t-shirt, and I'm wearing it inside out right now, because yeah. So I said posy pads. Shower liners. Go to the dollar store and buy you some shower liners. I wish I had some, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Just some shower liners. You are gonna want to use them after surgery, in your Uber, your car, your rental car, whatever you're in. Please make sure you have your shower curtain. I had so much blood. I thought my boyfriend was being extra when I got up, and he almost like threw up. No, it was a pool of blood on the shower liner. So definitely you want shower liners the first couple. I bought 3, 1 for the car and 2 for the beds, because yeah, I only ended up using 2 of them, but I bought 3 just in case. Puppy pads. Don't waste your money buying adult chucks. You can go to the dollar store and buy puppy pads. They work perfectly the same. I heard girls say, oh, they have stuff inside of it, there's chemicals or whatever. I'm fine. But no, but seriously, I think it's a waste of money to just go spend a lot of money on it. I literally bought puppy pads for $3 at Dollarama, and they did me fine. I am currently using Mederma as far as helping with my scars. My scars are actually not that bad. I only have 1 scar that's kind of scaring me, and it looks like it's becoming a keloid, and I am going to start using Kelacoat or Kelcoat. I don't know exactly what it's called. if anything. It's Kelcote, KEL-COTE, or those little keloid tapes that you can actually just stick on top of them. I'm gonna start using it there. So you might want to get this and that. This you can kind of wait to get this after surgery because you're not supposed to use them until your incisions close up. I'm 2 weeks post-op now, and I would say that my scars started scabbing over a little after the first week of post-op, being post-op, 7-day post-op. So you want to have this at least by then so that you can start working on your scars right away. Because I don't know about you, but I'm black, and I feel like we kind of get these little scars more, keloids, not fun. So definitely get your creams. Compression boards, ab boards, back boards, do have them. I have two there was a little link on Amazon. If it's still there, I'll try to link it down below. But basically, I got these M&D boards here. I have this one. I'm wearing one right now, and it came with a backboard, and it came with one lipo foam, which is just unnecessary. But it definitely came with one lipo foam. Be sure you have this. You need it, because I'll tell you, like, putting an ab board on, so sleeping, I personally sleep with my ab board sometime if I can handle it. But sleeping with an ab board and sleeping without an ab board, I definitely see a huge difference. In the day, my stomach's way flatter when I use an ab board. So I definitely recommend that. As far as lipofoams, they usually come in packs of 3, which is usually what you need. 1, 2, 3. 2 for the sides and 1 for the front. I personally recommend buying 2 sets of them. My package that I got for my surgery came with a pack of lipofoams, but trust me, they get bloody the first couple of days of surgery. I was told to put lipofoams on like I started wearing my lipofoams on day 4 post-op, and literally they were bloody. I washed them. When you wash them, they're not the same. Like this is an old one that I have. These are old ones that I have. You'll see like there's blood stains on them, and I've washed them. I soaked them. My grandma soaked them. You know grandma don't play. So, and they still look like a mess, and they're broken. So I definitely recommend getting 2, one right when you're first out of surgery, because they're gonna be bloody, they're gonna get dirty, and then once your holes and incisions are healed, I would definitely make sure I have a second pair of 3 to use clean ones and ones that are a little bit more presentable. It could just be me, but I feel like the quality of it also loses once you wash them and put them in the dryer. I also recommend having more than just 2, because I found that my back wasn't being compressed enough. And thank you, TikTok, I found a girl that literally, my lower back, she folds her lipo foam like this, and she places it in her lower back on top of underneath her backboard. So shirt, foam, backboard, and honestly, this had my lower back go in, honey. Because remember, I didn't get no BBL, so I already had a nice little booty. So I just wanted to get a little bit of a waist snatcher. So you want to be sure that you're giving yourself that extra compression so that your back and your booty ratio is like. But yes, make sure you get your stage 2 faja. My doctor, I woke up in this faja here. It was big, it's bulky. You are going, and I feel like the quality, like there's already a hole in the booty here. You are definitely going to want to get a stage 2 faja. I personally would wait until after surgery to get a faja, because you don't know what size you're really going to be. I personally got a faja after being 7 days. 6 or 7 days post-op, because I wanted to get it in Florida. I didn't want to come to Canada and try to find a faja, as well as try to measure and order online. I wasn't into it. So definitely get your stage 2 faja while you are down in wherever you're going. And then the last things I got, girls, bring your bonnets. You're here. You think you're gonna have time. You're not gonna have time. You can barely move. Make sure you got your bonnet, got your head in, protecting your hair, because my hair was a mess. A mess. But last, pineapple juice, water, Pedalyte. Make sure you have that on deck. I bought 2 bottles of Pedalyte. I bought Insure. I honestly didn't think it was necessary. I'd probably drink it maybe twice my whole entire trip, because when I first got out of the surgery, the first day, the first time I got up, I literally almost fainted. I literally had I was like, good thing my boyfriend was there, because I would have literally was gonna be out. So definitely have your pineapple juice and your Pedialyte to drink, so you're hydrating yourself and getting your fluids, because it's no joke. Last thing, Dermoplast. Almost forgot Dermoplast. Make sure you have Dermoplast. It's definitely that's my answer to that. Your stitches are itchy. You want to spray that. My lower back gets really tight, really sore, really painful sometimes, and burning. I shouldn't be saying really, because honestly, Lipo360 was a breeze. I cannot complain. Some girls would be like, would I get a BBL again? They would be like, no. Lipo360, I could definitely go through it again. It literally wasn't that bad at all. But when you are getting your little burning feelings and your itching feelings and everything else, like your skin is tearing, Dermoplast is definitely something you definitely need to use. Anything else, I don't think I used or needed. So again, if you are going for a BBL, you're probably gonna need other things like BBL pillows and everything else, but mainly everything here kind of works for both lipo and BBL, from what I've been told or I see. But yes, that basically covers everything. I'm trying not to make this video too long, because I know I'm sick and tired of watching long videos, but I can see why. There's a lot of information to give. But yes, if you have any more questions, you want me to go over anything, please leave them down below. If you want a Q&A, let me know. I am going to be dropping my Lipo360 journey video very shortly. You're probably going to see it on the channel already if you're watching this one, or maybe the next couple of days. But yes, stay tuned for that. And I also am going to be showing you guys my 2-week reveal shortly. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace.